Hello friends, this is Rohit from careerdost.in. Welcome to our YouTube channel Career Dost. Today we are going to solve some of the maths puzzles. If you follow our page on Facebook and Instagram, then you might have known that we share math puzzles on every Friday. So what we have observed that many times some of the students they get confused in some of the puzzles and they get stuck in between some of the puzzles. So we will solve some of the math puzzles in this video. So let me show you some of the puzzles that we are going to solve in this video. So these are the puzzles that you might have seen or you might have come across. So if you have any doubts, please feel free to comment and ask. Also, if you have any other simpler way of solving the puzzles, then also please feel free to discuss it. So we will be discussing these 6 math puzzles in this video. But before that, I would like you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So with that, let's start solving the puzzles. So let's start with the first puzzle, that is this puzzle. This is a very simple puzzle. So I like to call it shoes and guns puzzles. You can call whatever you want to name it. So let's start. So as you can see, there are 3 pair of shoes in the first equation and the total gives us 30. So it's quite evident that value of the pair of shoes will be 10 here and value of one shoe would be 5. So once we know the value of the shoes from the first equation, we can put that value in the second equation and get the value of the man as 5. So now in the third equation, when we know the value of man, then we can easily get the value of one gun as 2. Now in the last equation, we can see single shoe plus single man into gun. We have already found the values of all these 3 items. So we just need to put the values here. So 5 plus 5 into 2. This will give us 15. I would also like to point out at this stage that many students get confused whether to add or multiply first. So never get confused. Always remember the Bodmas or Padmas rule. So always remember that rule whenever you have to solve such questions. So according to Bodmas, we would always multiply first. If you want, you can watch our earlier video which we did on Bodmas for a better understanding. So I will provide the link in the description for that video. So never do such silly mistake like adding 5 plus 5 10 into 2 and write the answer as 20. Okay, that is completely wrong. Always multiply first in such questions. So let's solve another puzzle. This is also very simple puzzle. I like to call this girl with balloons puzzle. So let's start with the first equation. So as you can see, the girl is standing with 4 balloons and that will be equal to 8. Now let's come to second equation. So now we know that girl value is 8. So we can calculate the value of teddy bear easily as 5. So let's come to the third equation now. So this equation will tell us the value of one flower. So the value of flower will be 2 here. And from the fourth equation, we can easily tell that each of the balloon value will be equal to 1. Now in the last equation, here the teddy bear is shown without the flower. So don't miss this point. This is very important point. So we will deduct this value of flower from this teddy bear. So the value of teddy bear is 5 and the value of flower is 2. So the value of teddy bear without the flower will be 3. And the value of one balloon plus the value of flower, that will make a total of 3 into 7. Because we already know the value of the girl without the balloons is 4 and the value of each balloon is 1. So here we will put the value as 7. So here also the same thing, apply the Bodmas. 3 into 7 will be 21. 21 plus 3 will be 24. So the answer for this puzzle will be 24. So let's solve another puzzle. So this is also an easy puzzle. I like to call this headphones puzzle. So the trick here is to start solving it from the second equation and not the first. So the second equation will give us the value of this. So this black headphone value would be 10. Now we will come to third equation. Equation will give us the value of this blue headphone as 2. Now we can go to this first equation. So which will give us the value of red head as 3. Now what we will do, we will simply put these values in the last equation. So it will be 10 into 3 into 2. So the answer for this question will be 60. Now let's solve another puzzle. So this is also not a difficult puzzle. It is also an easy puzzle. I like to call this puzzle as pumpkin and rugby puzzle. So the trick here is you have to start from the third equation. A value of this chicken wings or chicken nuggets, this will be equal to 13. So once we know the value of this plate of chicken wings or nugget, we can easily get the value of this juice from the fourth equation. So the value of this jar with juice will be equal to 8. So once we know the value of these 2 items, let's go with the second equation. So the second equation with the pumpkin plate value would be 24. Now we will go to the first equation to find the value of this rugby ball. So the value of rugby ball would be equal to 20. Now let's solve the last equation. 24 plus 20 plus 13 plus 8. The answer for this puzzle would be 65. So now let's solve another puzzle. I like to call this puzzle as yoga and meditation puzzle. So let's solve the first equation. From the first equation we can see that the man doing a meditation mudra will be equal to 8. Now from the second equation we can get the value of this women in a meditation mudra would be equal to 7. Now from the third equation we can get the value of this rose. So the value of rose would be equal to 4.5. Now in the last equation would give us the answer as 2.5 plus 8. So that will be equal to 10.5. So 2.5 will be the value when the women is without the rose. So this will be the answer for this puzzle. Now let's move to the last puzzle. So I like to call this puzzle as bonsai and chair puzzle. So this is also an easy puzzle. It is not so hard puzzle. But I don't know why many students fail to solve this puzzle. Only very few students got the correct answer for this puzzle. So let's get started by solving this puzzle. So from the first equation, we can easily find the value of this bonsai plant as 15. So one thing to notice here is, even though the value of a bonsai plant is 15, if you count the total number of leaves, you will find that these are also 15 in numbers. Alright, so just make a note of it. Now in the second equation, we can get the value of this head of the chair. So the value of the head of the chair would be equal to 2. So in the third equation, there is a pot that is being hidden below the head of the chair. If you closely observe, you will find it. So from here we can know the value of the pot is 10. And once we know the value of the pot, we know that the value of 3 leaves amounts to 1. So that's why I said that please count the total of leaves here. So now let's come to the last equation. So first of all, let's count the leaves here. So there are in a total 21 leaves. We know that the value of 3 leaves amounts to 1. So we will make the square of 7 here. So this will be 7 square into 2 chairs are here. So 4 plus 10. Value of pot is 10. 7 square will be 49. 49 into 4 will be 196. 196 plus 10 would be 206. So this is the answer for this question. Alright, so with this we come to the end of this Friday Maths puzzle solved video. We will be making more videos on it very soon. I hope that you understood the 6 puzzles we discussed in this video very well. If you have any better logic for solving or want to discuss math tricks, you are most welcome. And if you have any simpler way to solve these puzzles, or if you have any doubts, please feel free to comment. And please don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.